I stumbled into the Queen's chambers while escaping the guards, and froze at what I found. Cal Mercer slammed the pursuit gate shut behind him. His fingers flew over the access panel, overriding the lock with a jury-rigged spike from his courier kit. Metal bolts ground into place just as shouts echoed from the corridor. He spun and sprinted onward. Dim service lights flickered overhead, casting long shadows on the alien stonework. His lungs burned, but he pushed harder. Pattern reader by trade, he'd mapped this labyrinth in hours: vents, dead ends, guard rotations. The palace courtiers hunted him like a loose plasma cell. One human crash-landed on their world, and suddenly he was a weapon. Footsteps thundered closer. Praetor Vosk's guards, no doubt. Cal veered left at a junction, boots silent now on a graded floor. A side panel gleamed unmarked ahead, his best shot. He shouldered it open and slipped inside. The door hissed shut. Silence dropped like a blade. Then a shrill chime pierced the air. Royal privacy alarm. Cal froze, no exit here. High ceilings arched above tapestries woven with glowing threads. Incense hung thick, masking his sweat. This wasn't a closet, this was her chamber. Fabric rustled from a shadowed alcove. Queen Siren stepped into view, pulse blade humming blue at her side. Her scales shimmered violet under the low lights, tall frame coiled like a spring. 4 arms held steady, one with the blade leveled at his chest, another gripping a comm device. Her multifaceted eyes locked on him, unblinking. Cal dropped his stun prod. It clattered across the floor, no sudden moves. Aliens spooked easy at human speed. "Service route Gamma 7 from the eastern vents," he said, hands raised, voice steady. Locked the gate. "They're 2 minutes out." She didn't twitch. The blade's hum deepened. Her mandibles clicked once speech. No translator. Cal scanned the room. No guards. Why was she hiding? "I know a map out," he pressed. "Back tunnels to the outer walls." No traces. He tapped his wrist pad, projecting a faint holomap. Red lines pulsed, his path clean, her head tilted. The blade dipped a fraction. Voices rose outside, Vosk barking orders. Cal's pulse spiked. Chancellor Illis's polished tone cut through. "Secure the breach." The Queen must not be disturbed. Siren's eyes narrowed. She gestured sharply with her free hand toward the alcove. Cal moved, slow. He backed into the shadows as she deactivated the alarm with a palm scan. The chime died. She sheathed the blade, but kept one hand near it. Her scales brushed his arm as she squeezed past, close quarters. Heat radiated from her like sun-warmed stone. They crouched behind a partition. Cal killed the hollow. Pursuit boots stomped nearer. "Vosk, Chancellor, the human evaded Delta Squad. He's loose in the royal wing." "Illis, protocol demands containment. If he reaches Her Majesty, we frame it as an assassination attempt. The throne needs stability." Siren stiffened beside Cal. Her breath hissed soft. "Trust." Zero, but proximity glued them now. Cal whispered, "Your court's scheming." "Illis wants you cornered." He pointed to a great low on the wall, his map's next node. "That leads clear. I seal it behind us." Her mandibles parted. A low trill escaped. Query. She tapped his wrist pad, then her own comm. No signal. He nodded. "Jammers." "Vosk's doing." Human trick. He'd spoofed one earlier with scavenged parts. Showed her the rig. Her eyes widened, a flicker, extraordinary to them. Aliens built empires on rigid tech. Humans improvised. Vosk's voice boomed outside the door. "Breach the chamber, now." Siren grabbed Cal's arm. Claws pricked, not breaking skin. She nodded at the grate. Cal pried it free, silent, leveraged with his belt tool. Cool air rushed in. He waved her through first. She folded her frame, scales scraping stone. Cal followed, replacing the grate. Darkness swallowed them. The tunnel narrowed fast. Cal led, knees scraping, her presence pressed at his back, warm, insistent. No choice. Pursuit would tear this palace apart. Minutes ticked. Siren's hand gripped his shoulder. A trill, stop, he halted. Faint glow ahead, junction. Voices filtered through walls. "Illis, Archivist Tellan, decode the intruder's path. We turn this crisis to our gain." Tellan's voice hesitant. "The humans' roots defy our archives, improvised, unpredictable." Cal smirked in the dark. Humans read patterns like breathing. Siren tugged him right. Her claws traced his pad, requesting the map again. He projected it low. She studied, mandibles clicking approval. Then a soft vibration against his back, purring, reassurance, trust sparked. Tiny, they crawled on. Cal's muscles screamed, but he spotted the flaw, a pressure sensor ahead. Alien design perfect for their weight, not his lighter frame. He wedged his prod's tip, bridging the circuit. Green light. Siren watched, transfixed. Her hand lingered on his arm, protective now. Alarms wailed distant. Vosk, he's with her, mobilize! The tunnel spat them into a disused storeroom. Dust motes danced in slanted light. Cal barred the hatch, safe for minutes. Siren faced him. She activated a neck-piece translator matrix. Her voice emerged, smooth and layered. You breach my sanctum, offer escape. Why? Cal met her gaze. Courier crashed here. Your people want me as bait against rivals, maybe you. I read the game. We both need out. She circled him slow, 4 arms flexed. Courtiers see weakness in my isolation. Illis plots. Vosk enforces. You disrupt. Disrupt their plans, he held up the map. This gets you to the outer docks, ship waiting, or we fight here your call. Her eyes gleamed. Humans, pattern blind, they say. Yet you map my palace in a night. Practice, he shrugged. We adapt. Boots echoed outside, closer, she stepped nearer, scales brushed his chest, heat built. Forbidden queen and intruder, her claw traced his jaw. Prove loyalty, seal this path, hide with me. Cal nodded. No panic. He rigged the door with a feedback loop, stun pulse on breach. Her hand covered his, guiding the wires. Precision met improvisation. Together they worked. Her strategic mind plotted branches, his hands made it real. Vosk pounded the hatch. Majesty. The human is a threat. Siren's voice rang clear, projected. Stand down, Praetor, I control this asset. Silence. Then Illis. Asset, he endangers the throne decides. Her mandibles clicked final. Cal finished the rig. Proximity turned electric. Her scent, spice, and ozone filled his lungs. She leaned in, breath warm on his neck. Trust begins now, human. He turned, their faces inches apart. Cal, call me Cal. Siren, her claw gripped his hand, protective, intimate. The hatch rattled. Vosk, breach on my mark. Cal pulled her back. Time to move. But her eyes held his. A revelation burned there. The hunted became the shield. Explosions rocked the walls, not from the hatch, from deeper corridors. Illis's voice crackled. Tellan betrayed us. He's aiding the human's path. Chaos erupted. Siren's grip tightened. In the frenzy, their alliance ignited, queen and courier bound by forbidden fire. Cal yanked her toward the next grate. Pursuit closed, but trust held. For now. Siren's claw snapped toward the floor. Kneel, human, court form, now. Cal dropped to one knee. He scanned the chamber's polished obsidian tiles, no time for questions. Her mandibles flared, urgent. He copied the angle from memory, spacers, vids of alien envoys, back hunched, palms flat. Wrong, she gripped his shoulder. Claws pricked fabric without tearing. Spine straight, palms upturned, eyes down. He adjusted, muscles burned, her touch guided firm, precise. A faint click echoed from the walls, sensors hummed, then silenced. Red glows faded to black. Posture protocol, she hissed. Disables surveillance, courtiers kneel so, guards cannot override without breach charge. Cal exhaled. Pattern read alien etiquette as security hack, smart. He rose slow. Clever lock. Her eyes, iridescent slits, locked on his. Move, seal the chamber. She signaled, 4 claws flicked left, then down. Manual overrides. Cal nodded. He spotted the panel seams, no panic, improv time. He pried the access grate with a loose strut from the wall. Wires spilled, neon veins pulsing. Her claws danced signals, cut red, bridge blue. Cal sliced with his multi-tool, sparks flew. He jury-rigged a loop, feedback pulse on tamper. Her claw steadied his wrist. Spice ozone scent sharpened, close, too close. Precision, she murmured. Your hands, extraordinary. He bridged the final wire, the outer hatch groaned. Seals engaged. Heavy thuds followed, fists on alloy. Praetor Vosk, boomed a voice. Open, human in custody under emergency containment law. Cal tensed. Footsteps multiplied outside. Guards, Siren straightened. Voice projected, steel-edged. Denied, Praetor. This one stands as protected witness. Royal prerogative. Silence, then pounding renewed. Majesty protocol demands isolation. He breaches palace sanctity. He serves the throne. Her mandibles clicked final. Stand down. Cal wiped sweat. Her side pressed his warmth through robes. Forbidden heat. Trust sparked here in the crush. Vosk growled. Chancellor Illis invokes council override. Yield the asset. Illis's polished tone crackled through the hatch speaker. Queen Siren, the human's presence destabilizes the court. Surrender him for stability. The throne defines stability. Siren's claw squeezed Cal's arm, protective. He remains. Cal scanned exits. Grate in corner, vent shaft. Explosions rocked distant corridors. Walls vibrated. What now? He whispered. Her eyes flicked to the grate. Deeper, Tellan charts the path. Comm buzzed. Archivist Tellan's voice strained. Majesty Illis's faction seals upper levels. I reroute vents. Follow my markers. Human your ingenuity aids. Betrayal shouts erupted outside. Telin, traitor, he aids the breach. Chaos swelled. Vosk bellowed orders. Blaster fire echoed. Siren yanked Cal toward the grate. Go! He wrenched it free. Dark tunnel yawned. She followed, robes snagging. He sliced bindings with his tool. Proximity crushed. Her breath ghosted his neck. You do not flinch. Patterns, Cal said. Read them fast. Survive. They crawled. Ducks hummed air currents sharp with ozone. Her claws scraped metal. His knees bruised. Marker glowed. Tellin's glyph. Left turn. Shouts faded. Then scramble behind. Vosk's team breached something. Faster! Siren pushed. Her body brushed his scales smooth, electric. Cal spotted a junction, loose panel. He kicked it open. Dropped into a subchamber, archive vault, data spires humming. Tellin waited, hunched over a console. Furrowed brow plates gleamed. This way, service tunnels to outer rim. Siren emerged. Report. Illis rallies courtiers, frames you weak for harboring the human. Vosk mobilizes full guard, explosions, his diversion to flush you. Cal eyed the console. Patterns, access logs blinking. Can I jam pursuit? Tellin hesitated. Risky, but yes, your methods differ. Cal jacked his tool. Improvised jammer pulsed the trackers. Wires twisted under his fingers. Siren watched, claw on his back, steadying. He adapts like no other. Intimate, her scent enveloped, trust built in touches. Jammer hummed live, trackers flatlined. Tellin nodded. Clear for now. Next, throne antechamber, hidden lift. They moved. Shadows cloaked them. Cal led point, human eyes piercing gloom. Vosk's voice crackled palace-wide. All units queen compromised. Secure the human alive. Illis commands. Siren's grip tightened on Cal's hand. They hunt us both. Not you, me. Cal grinned faint. Fish out of water, bait. She pulled him close, faces inches. Mandibles brushed his jaw gentle. No, shield now. Revelation hit. Hunted courier shielded queen, forbidden flipped, lift doors hissed open, they piled in, Tellin punched codes, descent hummed, walls closed in, Siren's body molded to his, survival's press. Culture shock, Cal muttered. Your court plays lethal chess. Power collides, her voice softened. You, steady it. Lift jolted, doors parted to antechamber glow, guards patrolled distant, Vosk's sweep. Tellin signaled hush, they darted behind spires. Illis's hologram flickered active nearby. Schemer's face sneered. The queen falters. Human pawn turns her ruin. Seize control. Cal's blood boiled. Pattern clear. Illis weaponized him. Siren's claw signaled. Flank left. They crept. Cal's hand found hers. Link forged. Guard rounded corner. Cal lunged. Silent takedown. Arm bar. Pressure point. Alien slumped quiet. Siren's eyes widened. Effortless. Courier tricks. He stripped the guard's stun rod, passed at her, trust deepened, her fingers lingered, Tellin whispered. Exit grate. Rim tunnels free. Explosion rocked above, Vosk closed, they dove for grate. Cal boosted Siren first, her weight pulled strong lithe, inside narrow crawl, her scales rasped, his shoulders scraped. Pain, she asked. Push through. Cal grunted, no panic, halfway halt. Vibration ahead ambush, Siren signaled stop, listened. Illis's spies. Cal scanned, loose vent fin improv blade, he wedged it free. Two spies crouched ahead, comms live. Human sighted, converge, Cal struck. Fin sliced comms, tackle one. Siren stunned the other, rod crackled, bodies slumped. Clear, she faced him, chest heaved. Together! Claw to his cheek tender, spice scent intoxicating, proximity burned. Cal, her voice husky, first time alone echo. He cupped her mandible base, gentle, human normal. Alien extraordinary, lips met claw tip, spark, pursuit thundered. This way, they fled deeper, rim neared, outer winds howled faint, Tellin lagged. Wait, map update, Illis blocks rim gate. Cal rigged a decoy, stun rod overload, tossed back, boom echoed. Diversion bought seconds, gate loomed. Locked, Siren input override, clicked open, storm winds blasted, palace rim exposed ledge, Vosk's lights swept close. There, blasters whined. Cal shoved Siren behind crate, returned fire, rod pulses. Guards ducked. Tellin yelped. Hit wings scorched. Cover! Cal dragged him, improv tourniquet from strap. Siren fired precise, one guard down. Escape pod, she barked. Docked left. They ran, winds clawed, ledge trembled, quakes from blasts. Pod hatch. Cal hotwired, sealed, launch rocked, stars wheeled. Inside, Siren knelt by Tellin. Hold! Cal piloted blind, evasion jinx human reflexes, she met his gaze. You saved us. Team, Pod shuddered, alarms blared, Cal yanked the yoke, evasion roll, stars blurred, blaster fire scorched hull plating. Hold on, pursuit drones locked on, he juked left. Human reflexes dodged the volley, Siren braced Telin, archivist groaned, wing bound tight, shields at 30%. Her claws dug into crash webbing. Cal spotted the gap, asteroid shadow, he dove, drones overshot. Collision sparks lit the void. Clear, he punched coordinates, private dock beacon pulsed, pod docked hard, seals hissed. Cal popped the hatch first. Dim corridor lights flickered, Siren's private wing, no guards yet. He scanned, clear, dragged Telin out. Siren followed, stun rod ready, door irised shut. Sanctuary chamber, now. She keyed a hidden panel, walls shifted. Inner sanctum revealed, holofeeds, strategy table, no windows. Cal eased Telin onto a med couch. Queen activated auto-mend. Blue gel enveloped the wound. Telin sighed, out cold. Siren whirled on Cal, claws flexed. Recount every step from the vent. She summoned security feeds, hologrid bloomed, palace corridors replayed in ghostly light. Cal nodded, no panic, pattern read, spies in the duct, Illis's colors on their tabs. Comms live, I cut first with fin blade. Feed confirmed, grainy image, his strike, precise, she fast-forwarded, here you tackled. Momentum drop, human trick, low center. Replay showed the crumple, her mandibles clicked approval, spice scent sharpened, stress hormone. Cal pressed on. You stunned the second, rod perfect discharge. She paused feed. Guards converged, Vosk's voice. Cal leaned in. Patrol flaw, C, rotation overlaps at junction 12, 30-second window. Hollow zoomed, guards marched predictable beats. Alien precision but rigid. Cal scavenged a data chip from Tellin's pouch. Improv token, scratched marks on table edge. Mark it every 12 minutes, exploit or they'll loop us. Siren's eyes narrowed. Claws hovered over controls. She etched his marks into the hollow overlay. Permanent now. Vosk reports to Illis. Containment breach. Feed split. Pretor barked orders. Chancellor smiled oily in subcom. Cal straightened. They're weaponizing me, political bait. She silenced the feed, turned fully. Towering frame blocked the light. You know our rights? Cal met her gaze, no flinch. Telin briefed, truth bind. Her claw extended, palm up. Glowing right veins pulsed under iridescent skin. Temporary sanctuary, swear fealty, truth only, no betrayal. Palace law, breach meant execution, Cal gripped. Human palm to claw, rough texture locked, warmth spread. Accepted but add claws. Bold, her mandibles parted, surprise. Mutual, I protect you, you protect me. Forbidden, queen served court, not reverse, she held, veins flared brighter. Mutual, oath sealed, light faded. Touch lingered, her claw curled slight, intimate pressure. Cal's pulse jumped, spice flooded his lungs. Proximity burned hotter than pod chase, she pulled back slow. Claw tip grazed his wrist, electric, neither spoke. Feeds flickered, Vosk's voice cut in. My queen. Pod signature docked, breach confirmed. Illis lurked in frame, scheming eyes, Siren stabbed mute. They hunt, Cal checked marks, rotation due. Flaw window opens, prep decoy. He rigged Tellin's tab overload pulse. She nodded, trust sparked, first reel, forbidden. Guards pounded outer door. Open, Pretor, Vosk. Cal shoved decoy into vent. Boom echoed, diversion. Siren yanked him behind strategy console, bodies pressed, her breath hot on his neck. Together. Claw gripped his shoulder, anchor. He covered her rod hand, steady aim. Door buckled, Vosk burst in, blaster raised. Human contaminant. Cal fired first. Pulse clipped Vosk's pauldron. Pretor dove. Illis shouted from hall. Secure the asset. Throne leverage. Siren rose. Precise shot. Dropped 2 guards. Cal rolled. Tackled third. Fin blade from pocket. Disarmed. Zip-tied with scavenged wire. Vosk rallied. Protocol. Queen contained till Chancellor clears. Betrayal edged his tone. Illis's pull. Cal spotted. Flaw live. Rotation. Rear guard late. Siren exploited. Flank shot. Vosk retreated. Door sealed. Alarms wailed, Cal panted, her claw steadied him. Oath holds, spice enveloped, lips brushed claw accidental, intent, spark reignited, Telin stirred. Map, Illis seals core levels, Cal grinned grim. We break them. Her mandibles brushed his jaw, seal, public death. Private lifeline. Vosk hammered again, reinforced now, time ticked. Siren dragged Cal deeper into the sanctum. Secondary bulkhead slammed down, reinforced alloy hummed, safe for minutes. She patched into core feeds, wider grid, Illis's web spread, Chancellor rallied courtiers. Human threat, Queen compromised. Lies framed fast, Vosk enforced, patrols tripled, Cal traced patterns. He's looping your loyalists, isolate them. He marked more tokens, chips etched quick, placed at flaw points on hollow. Siren absorbed. Alien strategy met human improv. Synced Tellin, wake. Archivist blink gel from eyes, wing flex test. Right bound, you, shock widened stalks. She silenced him, claw wave. Translate full, human claws, Tellin gulped. Unprecedented, mutual shields, queen from court, Cal shrugged. Fair trade, pragmatic. Her gaze lingered, heat built, proximity necessity, survival spark. Feeds showed Illis cornering allies. Vosk deploy seekers, human sent profile uploaded. Cal stiffened, spice, his anchor now weapon. Siren snarled, low rumble, protective. Counter, Cal nodded. Overload palace vents, flush seekers. He hotwired console port, human hack quick code weave, vents across wing blasted steam, seekers fried, Vosk cursed live, Illis paled, gain, Tellin fed data. Rimgate override revoked, Illis, Cal punched all truth. Flaw chain. Hit junction 12, Siren led. Oath pulled them tight, corridor dash, marked rotations held. Guards missed beat, they slipped. Her claw grazed his back, guide, trust solidified, intimate. Forbidden courtiers whispered if seen, deeper chamber loomed, her throne vault. Final sanctuary, seals locked. Inside, hollow throne pulsed, feeds everywhere, Illis broadcasted. Queen isolated, human poison. Vosk prepped breach charge, Cal fortified, improv barricade, couch flipped, tabs fused, Siren faced him. Why mutual? Voice low, claw to chest. Over heart, Cal held still. Pattern, you save throne, I save you. Truth, her mandibles softened, claw slid up. Neck hold gentle, spice intoxicating, lips parted, human normal, alien fire, touch deepened. Palm to claw base, spark mutual, oath vein glowed faint, public ruin. Private vow, charge boomed outer, Vosk yelled. Surrender asset, Cal raised rod, she covered his flank. Team, explosion cracked door, smoke billowed, shadows moved, Illis's voice schemed through. Take them alive. Cal spotted Vosk's boot, flaw. Now, they fired as one. Pulse storm, guards fell, Pretor exposed. Siren's shot winged him, Cal tackled, pinned. Yield, Vosk spat. Chancellor commands. Betrayal confirmed, Illis fled frame. Tellin sealed breach. Quiet fell, Cal rose, Siren pulled him close. Claw-cupped mandible his jaw. Human mimic, perfect, lips met claw tip. Seal, neither admitted, pursuit paused, trust lifeline, winds howled outer. Bigger storm brewed, Illis rallied full court, time fled her whisper. Stay. He nodded, bargain touched eternal, door trembled again, reinforced, for now. Chancellor Illis's hologram flickered to life above the hollow throne. Queen Siren, the emergency council assembles in the grand chamber. 5 minutes, bring the human for interrogation. Siren's claw tightened on Cal's arm. She yanked him behind a console. Silent aid. No words. Her mandibles clicked soft. She stripped a gray robe from a wall hook, palace issue. Dull weave hit his frame, she draped it over him, hood low. Arms reach, follow. Cal nodded. Pattern clear, Illis cornered her. Vault bought time, not victory. He tucked the pulse rod into his sleeve. Improv weapon stayed close. Door seals hissed open. Tellin waited outside, flanked by 2 guards. Archivist's eyes darted. My queen, Illis controls the quorum. Votes stack against you. Counter later. Siren strode forward. Cal matched her pace. 1 step behind, hood shadowing his face. Guards tensed at his shape. Vosk's blood still stained the floor nearby. 1 guard raised a scanner. Tellin blocked it. Aid protocol cleared. They marched through howling corridors. Winds battered crystal walls. Court feeds buzzed. Illis's broadcast looped. Human poison spreads, throne compromised. Grand chamber doors parted. Hollow table dominated the center. 12 counselors ringed it. Illis at head, polished scales gleaming. Pretor Vosk stood rigid beside him, arm bandaged from Siren's shot. His glare locked on Cal. Siren claimed her seat, pulled Cal down beside her, arms reach enforced. His knee brushed her thigh under the table. Spice scent flooded his nose. Focus. Illis rose. Mandibles flared. The crisis decree demands execution of the contaminant. Vote now. Hollow decree projected. Glowing text Cal couldn't read. Seals orbited the base. Authentic ones pulsed even. Forged one flickered odd, edge jagged, glow uneven. Pattern screamed fake. Human eyes caught microflaws alien tech glossed over. Counselors murmured assent. Hands hovered over vote pads. Cal shifted his water goblet, placed it left of his plate. Signal 1, anomaly spotted. Siren's foot nudged his. Acknowledged, she didn't glance. Illis pushed. Queen, your asset reeks of breach. Surrender him. Vosk stepped forward. Containment protocol human to cells. Siren's claw drummed the table, slow, controlled. The decree show chain of custody. Illis's scales rippled. Irrelevant, quorum favors. Cal nudged her goblet right. Two anomalies, urgency. Her tail flicked under the table, brushed his calf, steady. Counselor hands descended toward pads, 8 for execution. Siren slammed her palm down, hollow froze. Audit first, seals chain, now. Gasps rippled. Illis leaned in. Overreach, my queen, court rules. Throne rules. Siren's voice cut steel. Tell and trace it. Archivist scrambled to a side console. Fingers flew over keys, HoloLink spiderwebbed. Origin, Chancellor's Annex, timestamp forged, seal matrix mismatch, .7 variance. Illis recoiled. Lies, Vosk sees them. Preetor lunged. Guards surged. Cal rolled left. Table flipped with his shove. Plates shattered. Cover. Siren fired from prone. Pulse bolt grazed Vosk's leg. He dropped. Cal grabbed a chair leg, swung it into a guard's knee. Crack. Alien buckled. Counselors scattered. Hollow decree shattered in the chaos. Tellin yelled, audit confirms, forgery by Illis's seal press. Illis bolted for the exit. Two counselors blocked him. Traitor! Siren hauled Cal up. Claw gripped his robe, pulled him flush. Flank. They backed toward the throne dais. Guards hesitated, quorum fractured. Vosk rose, pistol raised. For the Chancellor! Cal spotted the flaw. Vosk's bandage slipped, exposed artery pulse. He hurled the goblet, hit true. Vosk clutched his arm, blood sprayed. Siren's shot finished it. Preetor slumped. Illis screamed from the scrum. The human twists her, execute both. Cal pressed against Siren's side. Her claw curled around his waist, protective, intimate. Forbidden eyes locked on them from the edges. Tellin sealed the doors. Loyalists hold for now. Siren exhaled. Mandibles brushed Cal's hood, whispered, your eyes saved us. He met her gaze, pattern held, trust solidified. Patterns don't lie. Counselors knelt, one by one. Illis dragged center, bound, but feeds hummed. Outer winds screamed louder. Bigger forces massed. Siren's claw lingered on his back. Heat built. Proximity turned lifeline electric. A new chime pierced the chamber. External fleet signal. Queen Siren, stand down. Sector overlords inbound. Human forfeit. Her mandibles hardened. Cal's hand found hers under the table. Squeezed. Storm escalated. Illis laughed from chains. Overlords see your weakness. The human dooms you. Siren ignored him, turned to Cal, claw to his chest, over heart. Mutual. Always, his palm covered her knuckles. Spark jumped. Oath vein glowed brighter. Tellin approached. Disguise holds minutes. Fleet demands audience with him. Cal scanned faces. New patterns emerged. Loyalists wavered. Overlord's shadow loomed. Siren rose. Pulled him with her, arms reach unbreakable. We face them together. Doors trembled. Fleet breach imminent. Cal spotted the seal on the incoming holo transmit. Another flicker, forged, he nudged her, goblet signal ready, trust turned weapon, chamber lights dimmed. Overlord hologram bloomed massive, eyes like voids. Queen, deliver the anomaly. Siren stepped forward, Cal at her side, hood low, but his hand brushed her tail base. Hidden vow, Illis smirked. They'll carve him open. Cal read the lies in the Overlord's mandibles. Micro-witch bluff, he shifted Illis's dropped seal press underfoot, crushed it. Proof, Siren's voice rang. Audit this transmit first. Overlord paused, feeds exploded. Game shifted, her claw found his again, squeezed back. Forbidden fire burned steady, winds howled. Fleet docked, boots echoed corridors, proximity locked, survival intertwined. Cal breathed her spice. Ready, they moved as one. Preetor Vosk slammed through the chamber doors. His armored claws gripped a stun pole. Human anomaly, secure transfer. Now, Cal tensed beside Siren. Boots scraped behind Vosk. 6 guards fanned out, their visors locked on him. The Overlord hologram flickered out. Feeds still buzzed with exposed forgeries, but Vosk ignored it. Siren's tail coiled tight against Cal's leg. Her claw dug into his arm, silent warning. Protective custody, Vosk barked. Queen's orders, secure wing, fleet protocol. Lies, Cal scanned Vosk's stance, shoulders squared too rigid. Eyes flicked to Illis in chains. Chancellor smirked from the corner. Cal stepped forward, hands open. I'm with the Queen, no transfer. Vosk's pole hummed. Containment breach, move. Guards closed in. Cal spotted the broken clasp on Illis's discarded restraint. It glinted on the floor, perfect. He shuffled back. Foot hooked the clasp, kicked it under the door panel. No one noticed. Compliance, Vosk growled. He lunged. Cal dodged, slid the clasp into the latch mechanism, twisted it with a boot heel. Door jammed half shut behind the guards, perfect delay, Vosk roared. Seal it! Guards piled against the door, metal groaned, seconds bought. Siren yanked Cal's sleeve, her eyes burned. Shaft now! She slashed a wall panel, sparks flew, wires severed, corridor lights died. Blackout swallowed the chamber, guards cursed in the dark. Vosk's pole crackled blindly, Cal dove after her. Maintenance shaft yawned narrow, ducts hummed with emergency vents. Siren crawled first, her scales scraped metal. Cal followed. Forced proximity crushed his shoulders, her tail brushed his chest. Spice scent filled his lungs. Drones whirred outside, search beams pierced vents. Quiet, Cal whispered, human breathing trick, shallow sips. He tapped her flank, mimicked the rhythm, in. Hold 4, out slow, she matched it, chest rose, fell, silent. Drones buzzed closer, sensors pinged. Cal pressed flat, elbow nudged a loose grate. He wedged it shut with a finger, no clank. Siren's claw found his hand, squeezed. Trust sealed in the dark. Drones passed, were faded, they crawled on, junction split ahead. Red emergency glow pulsed. Cal paused, left, service corps, less patrols. She nodded, led the twist. Her body heat soaked through his suit. Forbidden warmth, palace alarms blared. Anomaly escaped. Queen unsecured, all units converge. Vosk's voice boomed over comms. Flush the shafts, live capture priority. Cal's mind raced. Patterns clicked. Vosk isolated him to frame Siren. Illis pulled strings from custody. Loyalists wavered, now traitors hunted both. Siren halted. Claw scraped a seam. Panel popped. They tumbled into a dim archive vault. Dust motes swirled. Hollow tomes lined walls. Tellin hunched over a console. His translator frills quivered. Majesty, human, here. Siren rose. Claws flexed. Status. Fleet locked docks. Vosk claims your abduction. Illis broadcasts it. Overlords inbound. Cal scanned the vault. Air recyclers hummed. One vent loose. We need eyes. Hack the feeds. Tellin's eyes widened. Human, impossible. Palace net quantum locked. Cal pried the vent cover, pulled a fiber from his courier belt, improvised probe. Watch! He stripped the fiber, twisted it to a makeshift antenna, jammed into the console port, sparks danced, feeds flickered on the hollow, Vosk's face filled the display. Queen compromised. Human weaponized her, secure the asset. Guards swarmed corridors, drones mapped shafts, Siren's vein pulsed gold, oath mark. They turn my court against us. Cal met her gaze. Not all, Tellin's here. The archivist flushed. I decoded the fleet sigs forged by Illis. But Vosk believes protocol. Cal nodded. Buy time, fake a trail. He yanked the probe, refed it through a secondary duct, simulated drone ping, shaft maps lit red, wrong path, Tellin gaped. Human improvisation, extraordinary. Siren's tail curled around Cal's waist. Protective loop. He reads chaos as code. Boots thundered outside the vault, Vosk squad. Seal it, Cal hissed. Tellin slapped a lockdown, door bolted. Siren pulled Cal to a subshaft, narrower still. Deeper, throne core. They dropped in, legs tangled. Her scales rasped his skin. Breath synced again, his cue. Drones screeched above, pursuit locked. Cal guided her turns, human spatial hacks count rivets, echo taps. Right, 50 paces. She flowed like liquid. Alien grace met his grit. Vault sealed behind. Tellin's voice crackled over stolen comm. They breached. Go! Alarms wailed. Palace turned hunter. Siren's claw grazed Cal's jaw. You delay death. Mutual, he said, palm over her knuckles. Spark jumped. They crawled into the throne core vents. Heart of power. Guards massed below. Vosk bellowed. Flush the vents. Overlords demand the human. Illis's laugh echoed comms. The queen falls with her pet. Cal spotted a great overlook. Throne room sprawled. Empty dais. Loyalists rallied at doors. Siren tensed. My throne. Cal checked his rig, fiber probe ready. We take it back. Drones swarmed their vent. Red eyes locked. She slashed the grate. They dropped into shadow. Proximity fused, bodies pressed, breaths won. Guards wheeled, weapons raised, but Siren rose first. Voice thundered. Stand down, Vosk stormed the dais. Majesty secured, her claw pointed, Cal. My asset, my choice. Illis transmitted live. Behold weakness. Cal crushed the feed with his probe. Blank screens, chaos erupted. Loyalists surged. Siren pulled Cal behind the throne. Hidden alcove. Trust holds. He nodded, hand on her tail base. Vow hidden, drones breached the alcove grate. Blades whirred. Cal jammed the fiber into the lead drone's core. It sparked, crashed. Chain reaction, 3 down. Siren's eyes gleamed. Human fire. Vosk closed in. Surrender the breach. Outside, fleet claws rattled docks. Overlord's shadow loomed. Tellin burst through side doors. Audit complete, Illis forged all, Court gasped. Loyalties flipped, but Vosk lunged, stun pole arced. Cal shoved Siren aside, took the hit. Electricity burned, he dropped, she roared, claws raked Vosk's armor, pinned him, guards froze, Cal gasped up, pattern read, Vosk's protocol cracked. Stand with her. Vosk hesitated, eyes met Cal's, human resolve pierced. Protocol evolves, Vosk muttered, dropped pole. Illis's feed died. Chancellor dragged in chains anew. Siren hauled Cal up, arm unbreakable. Ours! Fleet comms crackled, overlords retreated, bluff shattered, throne secured, but whispers lingered, court eyes lingered on the human at her side. Proximity forbidden no more. Lifeline forged, Cal breathed her spice, ready for the next hunt, drones rebooted in the vents. Palace walls echoed with new alarms, they hunted deeper now overlords' true agents stirred. Tellen's claws scraped the vent grate. Vault access, 3 levels down, move. Cal gripped Siren's arm, they plunged after the archivist. Alarms wailed through the palace ducts. Drones buzzed behind. Red lights pulsed on every wall panel. Siren's tail coiled tight around Cal's waist. She yanked him forward. Tellen knows paths, trust, he nodded. Pattern red vents forked left. Drones massed right. Cal kicked a loose panel. It clanged into the junction. Drones slammed into it. Sparks flew. Tellen dropped into a service shaft. Entry triggers treason flags. Guards swarm in cycles. Siren landed first. Her spines flared. Cal followed. Boots hit grated floor. The air thickened with ozone and her spice scent. They sprinted down a dim corridor. Vault doors loomed massive, etched with imperial seals. Eye sensors glowed amber above the lock plate. Tellen halted. One scan logs us forever. Traitors marked. Cal scanned the frame. Reflective plating lined the walls, polished alloy sheets. He pried one free with his belt tool, improvised mirror. Cover me. He angled the sheet. Light bounced wild. Sensors blinked. Siren pressed against him. Her breath heated his neck. Fast. He flashed the plating. Sensor eyes flooded white, blinded, lock hissed open. They slipped inside, doors sealed, plating clattered as Cal dropped it. Sensors rebooted, now crimson. Tellen sealed the inner hatch. We have minutes. Illis's dispatches, Sector 7. Siren strode to the console. Claws danced over holokeys. Data streams bloomed. Private seals breaking. Cal guarded the door, listened. Footsteps echoed outside. Vosk's voice barked orders. Breach protocol, flush them. Pattern red guards circled. No breach yet. Siren snarled, pulled a crystal shard. Here, Illis to overlords. Stage crisis with human asset. Frame queen. Throne yields to me. Cal leaned in. Dispatch glowed. Use courier as spark. Incite court panic. Overlords dock fleets as cover. Proof. Siren pocketed the shard. He planned my fall, Tellen nodded. Forgeries match, but extraction logs us deeper. Alarms spiked. Vault shook. Drones drilled the outer hatch. Cal grabbed her arm. Vosk next. Confront with this before Illis spins it. He's cracking, saw it in his eyes. Siren's gaze locked on his. Claws gripped his shoulder, hard, possessive. Risky, guards shoot breaches. Trust holds, he echoed her words. Hand brushed her tail base. Hidden vow. She pulled him close, spice overwhelmed. Ours. Tellen unsealed a back vent. Praetors post adjacent wing, go. They crawled through tight ducts. Cal's shoulders scraped. Siren flowed like liquid shadow. Drones whirred past parallel shafts. Vosk's chamber neared. Voices filtered, Illis chained, protesting. Lies, the human poisons her. Cal kicked the grate, dropped into the room. Siren landed beside him, tail lashed. Vosk spun, stun pole raised, guards flanked. Surrender, breach, Cal held up hands. Evidence first. He nodded to Siren. She thrust the shard forward, hollow projected midair. Illis's words burned clear, Chancellor's eyes widened. Fabrication, Vosk snatched the shard, scanned, face hardened. Authentic, overlord codes match. Guards shifted. Pole tips lowered, Illis lunged. Vosk protocol, execute the contaminant. Praetor smashed him down. You stage crises, not I. Pole pinned Illis's throat. Siren stepped forward, voice steel. Stand with throne or fall with him. Vosk met Cal's eyes. Human resolve held steady. No panic, just patterns read, actions taken. Praetor, a guard murmured. Protocol evolves. Vosk rose, locked the shard in his console. Broadcast empire-wide, overlords exposed. Alarms blared anew. Cameras in the walls swiveled. Red lights locked on Cal and Siren. Tellen hissed from the vent. They see us now, every feed marks traitors. Siren pulled Cal back, body shielded his. We stole truth, they hunt us still. Vosk barked at guards. Secure Chancellor, protect the Queen and her asset, but doors buckled. Overlord agents burst in, cloaked infiltrators, blades drawn, not palace guard. Cal yanked a wall panel, exposed power conduits, improvised spark. Siren's claws slashed first agent. Green blood sprayed. Cal jammed conduit into second. Arc exploded. Agent crumpled. Vosk charged third. Pole cracked exoskeleton. Telin sealed vents. More coming, deeper levels compromised. Siren hauled Cal toward a side exit. Fleet shadows return. Illis's signal woke them. Cal ran beside her, hand on her tail. Proximity burned now. Cameras watched every touch. Forbidden no more but lethal. Pretor covered their retreat. Go, I hold here. They plunged into sublevels. Alarms chased. Drones swarmed. Cal spotted a service lift. Down dock access. Siren overrode it. Lift dropped fast. Walls blurred. Her spines pressed his chest. You blind sensors, read patterns. Human fire saves us. He grinned, pragmatic. You claw and command, we match. Lift halted. Doors opened to chaos. Dock claws rattled. Overlord shuttles loomed outside viewports. Telin caught up. Archive purge incoming. Illis's last play. Guards loyal to Vosk fought infiltrators. Blades clashed. Siren pulled a comm shard. Vosk vault evidence to fleets. Rally. Static crackled. Done, but cameras brand you fugitives. Court splits. Cal pattern read the dock. Shuttles mass 3. Escape vectors narrow. Take my courier ship. He pointed to his battered craft clamped at berth 9. Improvised fast. Her eyes gleamed. Hours. Infiltrators poured from ramps. Blasters whined. Cal sprinted. Grabbed a loose fuel line. Ruptured it. Flames bloomed, blocking pursuit. Siren vaulted debris. Tail swept a drone midair, crashed it into foes. They reached the ship. Cal hotwired the hatch. Engines hummed. Telin hesitated at ramp. I stay, decode more. Siren nodded. Live archivist. Ramp sealed. Cal punched controls. Ship lurched free. Overlord claws scraped hull. Missed. Stars wheeled. Palace shrank. Siren strapped in beside him, claw on his thigh. Empire knows, every camera marked us. Cal banked hard. Sensors pinged. Pursuit wings launched. Truth spreads. Vosk buys time. He glanced at her. Spice-filled cockpit. Trust anchored. Her tail curled his leg. Intimate, defiant. Hunt together now. Pursuit closed. Blaster fire streaked. Cal evaded. Patterns danced. Human improv met Queen's steel, deeper into void. Overlord stirred true forces. Lifeline held. But Empire's eyes burned eternal. Queen Siren slammed the throne room doors open. Her tail lashed. Cal Mercer gripped the data shard tight behind her. The full court froze. Hundreds of scaled nobles in tiered seats, claws tapping stone. Gasps rippled. Guards snapped to attention. Siren strode to the dais. She thrust the shard into the central holoprojector. Dispatches from the outer fleets. Proof of treason. Holograms bloomed, patrol logs, encrypted orders, timestamps glowing red. Chancellor Illis's seal pulsed at the core. Cal scanned the room. Eyes locked on him, human alien intruder. Whispers hissed like steam vents. He stayed close to Siren. Her scent, sharp spice, cut the tension. Chancellor Illis rose from his podium. Silk robes swirled. My queen, security breach. He slapped a console. Alarms wailed. Bulkheads sealed with grinding clangs. Guards leveled blasters at Cal. That creature is a foreign assassin. Protocol demands containment. Pretor Vosk stepped forward. His armored bulk blocked Illis's path. Stand down, Chancellor, the Queen speaks. In's claws dug into the throne arm. You ordered patrols, rerouted Illis, left the docks exposed. Infiltrators swarmed because of your commands. Illis sneered. Lies forged data from a fugitive pet. He pointed at Cal. Humans breed chaos, execute it now. Cal's pulse raced. No panic, patterns clicked. He stepped forward, ignored the blasters. Let me prove it. All eyes swung to him. Siren's gaze burned approval. Vosk's mandibles clicked. Speak, human, but one false word. Cal activated his wrist projector, pulled up the chase route from memory. Hologram traced their path, docks to vaults. Patrol Alpha vanished here. Line blinked berth 9. Your orders, Illis, logged at 1427. We hit flames at 1429. Infiltrators poured in exactly then. Courtiers leaned in. Murmurs grew. Illis flushed violet. Coincidence, the human lies. Cal overlaid fleet cams. No. Shuttle mass at 3 ramps. Escape vector narrow. Your protocol delayed response by 7 minutes. He paced the hologram, reenacted the sprint. Fuel line rupture, my improv, blocked them. Timings match your seal. Siren's tail brushed his calf, subtle anchor. Vosk cross-checked his gauntlet. Data synced, his eyes narrowed. Confirmed, Chancellor's override code active, treason. Illis bolted for the exit. Vosk lunged, claws clamped his arms. Under arrest for the Queen, guards hesitated, then lowered weapons. One nodded to Cal. Royal protection acknowledged. Court erupted in shouts. Factions clashed, pro-Illis nobles surged deisward. Siren vaulted to the throne peak. Voice boomed through amplifiers. Silence, this human uncovered the plot. Cal Mercer is my personal envoy, under my claw. And he challenged the Empire itself. She locked eyes with Cal. Gold slits pierced him, promise, defiance. Her tail curled his ankle, intimate claim amid chaos. Nobles howled. A human, forbidden. Blasters rose again. Cal met her stare, trust sealed. He grabbed a loose console panel. Improvised shield. Your move, your majesty. In's lips curled. Ours, Vosk barked orders. Loyal guards formed a wall. Protect the envoy, Illis thrashed in bonds. You'll regret this, Vosk. The houses will revolt. Cal pattern read the room. Left flank weak, 3 dissidents unarmed. He whispered to Siren. Flank them, I'll draw fire. Her claw grazed his hand. Together. They moved. Siren swept left, tail cracking a noble's staff. Cal dashed right. Blaster whined, grazed his shoulder. He rolled, yanked a guard's stun baton, zapped the shooter, dropped him clean. Courtiers recoiled. The human fights like overlord spawn. Siren pinned the leader, claws at throat. Yield, he crumpled. Mercy, Queen. Silence fell. Holograms still glowed, irrefutable. Archivist Tellin slipped from shadows, padded to Cal. Well-decoded envoy, court rules bend now, Illis's allies scatter. Cal nodded, pain throbbed shoulder, but victory hummed. Siren returned, her presence loomed protective steel. She faced the court. The Empire endures because we adapt. This human saved us. Question that, lose your seats. Whispers turned nods. Vosk called Illis away, doors unsealed. Siren turned to Cal, voice low. You saw the patterns first, my eyes missed them. Teamwork, he grinned, human humble. Her tail lingered on his leg, court bowed. But eyes lingered, suspicion, awe, forbidden spark ignited. They exited arm in arm. Guards flanked. Pursuit ended, but Empire watched. Deeper intrigue stirred, trust their lifeline. Siren leaned close in the corridor. Spice breath warm. They'll test us, stay near. Cal's hand brushed hers. Wouldn't leave. Her eyes gleamed, claw tightened. Intimate vow. Palace hummed alive. Fleets rallied via shard. Crisis turned tide, but whispers followed. Human envoy, Queen's choice, dared objection. One courtier slipped away, calm lit. The pact holds, human changes everything. Cal caught the shadow, pattern warned. Trouble brewing, Siren nodded. We hunt it together. Ship waits, void calls, lifeline unbreakable. Vosk calmed ahead. Docks secure, your craft fueled. They reached the bay. Cal's battered courier gleamed, Queen's tech patched scars. She strapped in, tail claimed his thigh again. Fly envoy, engines roared, stars rushed, Empire's eyes faded, but Hook sank deep. She chose him, public, defiant. What rose next? Cal banked into black. Sensors pinged, distant signatures, allies, foes. Her claw stayed, anchor, promise, trust built in fire. Forbidden burned bright, pursuit shadows loomed. Patterns danced anew. Human improv, Queen's steel united. Empire trembled.